Hey people, I got a comment on this Black Eye Insider Info movie this morning. I want to do an update on that. But I want to start with this movie I posted this morning about this YouTube censorship. And as soon as I posted, they put this tag on there, Flat Earth Wikipedia. And if I was watching a movie and I see it was 35 minutes and they put the tag on there, yeah, I'd probably stray away. I'm not interested. They say that they put this note on there to stop the spread of COVID. The movie has nothing to do with flat earth. It explains how the astrology works. And they put these tags on there just to steer intelligent people away. But I guess I messed up when I said plane. When I was saying, you know, all these curves on here are actually flat planes. You know, this curve of the sun's path is actually a flat plane. Just like this equatorial plane here. That's what the word plane means, flat. I didn't say anything about a flat earth. But I didn't explain it good enough for YouTube to understand it. But that's why all your ancient astrologers, they kept these balls with these circles on here. And, you know, if you take this out and lay it on a table, it's a flat plane. Every one of these circles, you know, is a flat plane when you take it off. Everybody, all the ancient astrologers, everybody who wrote about astrology knew this. You know, they all used them for charting. You know, if you're sitting here on Earth and you're looking toward the east, and you add the equatorial plane to it, you're going to see a big flat plane, you know, that's always coming out of the east here. You see the planets are close to it. But the planets are all on this ecliptic plane. And so they're both flat planes. But if you have a view, if your view is looking at one of them flat, you know, the other one just appears to be curved. Goes in and out. But they're both flat planes. And then the galactic plane, you know, it's still a flat plane. But it's going to look curved depending on your viewpoint. You know, you can turn this in a fashion, you can make every one of these circles, you know, appear to be a flat plane, but only one of them at a time. You know, there's no angle where you can make them all flat. And so that's why, you know, you got your equatorial plane flat here, and then the galactic here is a big loop. The galactic plane, the Milky Way, looks like a big loop. And your ecliptic, you know, looks like an S, but if you turn this ecliptic flat, you know, then this equatorial will look like the S. But if you need proof that, you know, that the Earth is a ball, you can do it with a telephone. Just call your friend in Australia and call him during the day and ask him to take a picture of the night sky up at the north. Just point his camera to the north and take a picture of the night sky and send it to you. And then by the time night falls and these stars all come around, try to match up with stars, and he's not going to be able to see any of this. The picture he sends you is going to be up here. They can't see any of these stars from Australia. Or just go lay up on your roof at night and watch the stars go around. You know, everybody in the past knew the shape of the solar system and the Earth. Nobody ever believed it was flat. But this comment from Mary Carpenter on this Black Eye Insider Club, she said, I would rather be a nobody. And that's it, you know. And that's how they get these people. You know, they know these people in order to be in their position, these celebrities, they have a personality defect or a trait, you know, where they have to be seen. And they use this. They know that they have this and they use it. And so I was I want to do an update on this because I was reading about it in the Hebrew Bible. So in that video, I was explaining how it was a club within a club, and they would use the black eye club within a club to get more out of somebody. But they interpret it as the threshing floor of a tad. And that's this word grin. It's just spelled GRN. It's 37 times with these spellings, but there's another list of them. They give it another meaning somewhere, so it's not coming up here. But it's here. Who vow ad in her grin it had. Who vow is here. When they put their hand on the Bible and they take a vow, that's how they pick them out. And what it was saying is, when they're taking the vow, watch for the grin. And the one, they pick out the grin, they take them into the group, and they make them leaders over the people, because they know then they're in the clique. They know they can get them to do what they want them to do with dollars. But you can see in this word vow, this is W-Y, I mean how or who, and then V-A-U-K-L. So it's who vocal. Here it's followed by the A-L, and it's who vowel. And so who vowel, means who's loud, who's talking. Vowel is, there was no spoken language before vowel. It was just grunts of consonants. And vowel is what created language. And vocal, is somebody who's not afraid to say it. Who vocal sera, who vocal will be. So this is one of the reasons why their power system's falling apart, because you can't tell who's grinning behind the mask. And it may be part of the plan. So if you never seen me read this Hebrew before, it's English. It's old English poetry, and everything comes after this tack. I read it backwards and forwards, and everything starts with the A. I read it backwards, and it's gonna blow your mind right here. I found this word, who vow, and I find words, and once I get them pretty much figure out what they mean, I find everywhere they're at, and it helps me decode the rest of these words. And I found the meaning for this word here. They just say it means words. Most of the time it's just things, and then it's a whole list of these words, all the divers that's in here. Sometimes it's events, and sometimes it's his questions. They make all this up as they go along, trying to fit the King James. But it's going to blow your mind what this really says. And it's who vocal Myers this rise law. They marry Remy who. Who vocal, who's a good speaker, who's vocal, Myers this. They admire this. Rise the law. They rise in the circle of law. They, anything, E is a THE is the. And you see it here, the, it's just an E on the front is the. But they marry. They're happy to Remy. Remy is short for a remedy. They happy to Remy who. And so they see this as, and came all the princes to Jeremiah and asked him, and he told them according to all. So that's because this is a make Remy who. Somebody who makes remedies is a Jeremiah. And that's just forward. And when it's backwards, it goes with this LA, the law. They marry. They happy. They marry to remedy who. Is it Jeremiah? The wish all to, the wish all loo. A loo is he, she, or it. The wish all it, the wish all he, the wish all she. The wish all to what? To who godless give claimer of dead in rise. Ka, the K is to give, same as the E is the and the B is in. And so the Ka is the giving hand, to give claimer of dead in rise. Hail, raise at Sue. Backwards R-S-A, and the X is a T-Z, T-S. The raise at Sue, S-U-E. Like a lawyer gonna sue you. The command gonna sue you. The hail, raise at Sue. Them like which rush to, ambulance chaser. Them like which rush to. From Menu. Menu is the king of hell. He's the judge of hell. I did a couple movies ago, I talked about that. Menu. The kill sins. Backward for O-M. Them. O-M. S-N-S. To kill 'em sins. M-O. M-O. Modus operandum. How they get things done, modus operandum, their job. To kill 'em sins, M-O, had ever. This isn't a B. If you run over, you see it's a had ever. And that's what it means, had ever. Who vocal Myers, this rise law. They marry Remy, who wish all who what to who godless give claimer in dead of rise. Hail, raise at Sue. Them like which rush to from Menu. Kill sins, M-O, had ever. So let me add this in here. I found this was too funny. Book of Ruth talking about the mother-in-law. And so Ruth, this is where you get your word ruthless. And I lose all my Christian subscribers if I read the Book of Ruth on here. But it's hilarious. And so it's what tamer, to tamer, and it's when you're not happy, talking when you're not happy. All the amers are the word, and what comes before it is what kind of word. What tamer? When you mad and tammering around, what tamer shushes? The mirror. What tamer shushes? Backwards and forwards. The mirrors. The sorious. You're so ugly, you make the mirrors sore. Hell not in like Rama. Hell not in likey Rama. Backwards Rama. To see into. Hell don't even want to look at you. And backwards, I only read one of these. This is a later writing, but this is ill, sickly, illit of way, rifes, the lack too much amatic. The rifes is rife is the long measurement, like a yardstick. It means distance. The rifle, to shoot a long distance. Illit of way, rifes, the distance lack. You're not far enough away. The distance, the rifes lack to much omatic. And this whole line is one name for the mother-in-law. All this other is a bunch of bull. Much omatic. The rifes lack of much, very much omatic, all the time, automatically. She's always here. Why is your mother-in-law always here? Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. And good day.